Hey, if you were this one, hypnotic poison by Dior, and her bottles are quite neat too.
We can move to Canada to sell all your perfume.
The next one is this Tom Ford Soleil Blanc. Baka. You throw me out of your house. Do you want to throw me out of your house? Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm very tired. Today has been a lot. I initially wanted to edit. I finished filming since morning. There's still leftover makeup on my face. Very early, like I filmed through the night. Anyway, update on the page that I thought was a scam that I got perfumes from. The perfumes arrived, but these dogs are like to bark as if they are shouting at somebody. Right now, you're on a candle on my bed, on my table. You're on the top of a candle. So, this page, like, some people are very terrible. I'm sorry I'm starting this vlog out with a rant. But some people are very terrible with customer service. How can I pay for something and then want it to be sent to me in a certain way, and then you just treat me as if you're doing me a favor? I ordered for this stuff since last week Saturday, and usually my orders take 2 to 3 days to come from Lagos. And she said she's not going to send. They don't send things out on Saturday till Monday. I'm like, okay, cool, I'm patient. Monday, please, can I get the wheel number? She goes, oh, she's waiting for the company. I said, which company? GIG. When they send you stuff, they send it, like, you get your waybill number almost immediately. And every company needs a waybill number. Even DHL, FedEx, all of them need waybill numbers. And I told this girl, I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. What do you mean you're waiting for the company? Didn't you use GIG? Because I asked her, I said, how much is GIG? Use GIG, I don't mind paying, because GIG has been the most consistent. And all this time I was not being rude to her. Can you please give me the waybill number, or at least some way of tracking my parcel? Was it even sent? She read the message, she didn't respond. This person is the most terrible person with customer service I've ever encountered in my life. Like, it made my skin crawl. Yes, I was messaging you with my fake page, but then I'm paying you money. Money came from my account to your account. Treat me at least with the tiniest bit of human respect. That's what I'm asking for. That's not the part that made me angry. You can see how this thing is spelling scam at this point. She said, there's no will be number, that when it comes, they'll call me. I like, what do you mean when it comes? What courier service did you use? She called one random name of a transport company. I'm like, but I asked you to use GIG. There was a reason I asked you to use GIG. She said, madam, if I couldn't use GIG, will I leave your parcel in my shop? That was her response. I'm like, there's no need for you to be disrespectful or start to feel like I'm trying to fight you. I'm just asking that you do the right thing. You said this was an amount and I paid it. I'm not even sure if that amount, like, you paid for the delivery with these other people, was lower. Maybe you're trying to make more profits. It doesn't make any sense. I was so upset. She doesn't respond to messages, she doesn't read messages, nothing. Anyway, and she gave me another guy's number finally by like Thursday, Friday, because I was really threatening her, like, you have to refund me, and I was going to make sure I get my money back. You have to refund me. So by Thursday, she now gave me someone's number to call. That one, they sent my parcel to Abuja. Then from Abuja, the guy said he doesn't know who is carrying it, but that they will call me. It's a long story, but this is the parcel. Let me open it because that girl is either she's fake, like she's selling fake stuff. Look how dusty this thing is. Either she's selling fake stuff, or even if she's selling real stuff, customer service is terrible, and I'm going to go and block her after I go through all these fragrances. I got 3 from the person. That's how I know there's a problem with me, because even despite not knowing people online, I spend so much, and you just expect people to be nice, you know. Sorry I'm starting this vlog. I just hope these perfumes are original, honestly. If not, I'll be so angry. So angry. I'm not even going to call this person's handle because there's no need. It's going to give them free publicity. Even if I'm telling people don't go there, people will still go and they will still buy. So I don't want to give that person free publicity for nothing. They don't deserve it. First one I got is this one, Hypnotic Poison by Dior. I really like the fragrance. Is nice. The fragrance is nice. I've not tried it before. It's a blind buy, but like with fake fragrances, when you sniff it in quickly, once you spray it, they go in and they really affect your nose. Like the alcohol temperature is very high. That's an easy way you can kind of spot fake fragrances. And I've tried it with several companies, so I know. So this smells legit. The next one is this Tom Ford Soleil Blanc. First off, the cap is very secure. You see how this is how you know a good fragrance. It's supposed to hold on to its cap very well. It's actually really good, like the original. This smells like is it coconut now? I don't have a fragrance that smells like this. It's actually legit. This is actually such a beautiful white fragrance. Like white floral and coconut. Like I can smell the coconut in this one. So good. Okay, it's original. She actually sells original stuff. Well, I'm not going to even, don't even ask me for a handle because I won't tell you. You go and suffer, trust me. I'm tempted to forgive her. And these are my 2 first like white bottles of perfume. I'm collecting a few reds now, so I think I have like 2 reds, but I have a lot of blacks and I have a lot of transparent bottles. But I'm excited. This was a good buy and they weren't costly. That's why I think, because of how affordable they were, kind of made me feel like, oh, you know, I was kind of, because these perfumes are costly in their new form and her bottles are quite neat too. The bottles are quite neat. This one is the what do you call it now, the sellotape. Let me try to clean. Yeah, gotcha. Okay, I'm going to go now back to my editing, and I'm happy with my fragrances I bought. These 2 are my favorites. I'd actually recommend you to get this. I don't have anything that smells like this. This one I don't have anything that smells like this too, but I'll have to get back to it. It's actually such a beautiful, what? still going to strong my heart. Yes, at this point I've accepted that I'm addicted. There's nothing I can do about it. This is my guilty pleasure. Buying perfumes that I probably won't use as quickly, but I'll still buy more. You know, a girl can never have too many perfumes. LYDIA Stanley said that. Quote me. This is the next day or 2 days after even. This is like Sunday and I just finished filming this hair video and this makeup tutorial. I'm going to shoot with my husband now. I just wanted to come and, you know, check in and show you a fine girl. I really love how everything came out today and light has been so good, so I've been able to create content satisfactorily. I had lunch yet. So that's what I'm about to go have. This perfume just arrived, by the way, is YSL Libre, and I got the intense version. Let me tell you, hey, if you were ever thinking of getting a perfume, you see, it's even, I'm even speaking for there, but if you were ever thinking of getting a perfume and it was meant to be a blind buy and you like sweet gourmand scents, get this. This was a blind buy and I don't regret it. I don't even know what the regular version smells like and I don't even want to know. This is all I want. Like, and I got it from Beam Scent, of course. Unboxed too. It came with a box like this, and look at how clean this box is. Bottle, and look at how clean this bottle is. Keep telling yourself that you're buying, you know, brand new perfume that you're going to tear the leather from. My whole room is a maze. You know, I just did a lot of unboxing. My house actually is a maze. Let's go see what my husband is up to. I was coming to find you.
Why?
Nothing. Just wanted to come see what you're up to.
Trying to figure out the camera.
You seem so chill. Why are you?
Sorry.
Ay. No, leave me alone. Oh my god.
I forgot.
Leave me alone. I was coming to see you or sit in the sitting room. I just finished recording.
Really nice.
Thank you. It's my new perfume.
Please, we're on sale. All perfumes and wigs. Do you know Bob? See, if you sell
yeah, that's true. Speaking of wigs, before this man will start talking about perfume that I do not buy.
If you your wig, babe, we can move to Canada. I'm just saying. We can move to Canada if you sell all your perfume. Just so you know.
It's crazy. Yeah, like most of my wigs are for sale. Like, except like ones like this one where I want to just add it to my collection. But like if I already have 2 good black wigs, there's no need having 10 black wigs. And then most of them are sold for like $300, $400 on the website. I already know how the exchange rate is, but sometimes I give like even $200 off of the purchase, $150 to $200 discount off of the purchase. So if you want to buy any of my wigs, just send me a DM, and if it's still available, I'll let you know. Mostly the prices range from like 100k, 120k, 80k, 90k, 70k sometimes. So have that in mind before coming. Don't think that you're coming to buy 7,500 naira wig. Thanks and God bless. Alright, I'm going to go now. He's trying to set up for us to film his content. I'll watch TV. I must say, like, having this Netflix TV has been so amazing.
It is the bomb!
I swear.
This is a 3-bedroom house. Lydia Stanley occupies 2.5 of it, and she's still putting stuff in my space. Come on, remove your things from
There's still more. There's always more space.
There's no more space. Start the box. The next thing now to be something else. See, come and remove your box from my room. I have 3 fans in my room right now. It's not my doing.
I'm trying to tidy up now. When I finish, I'll think about it.
Do you promise you're going to remove it from my room?
I'll think about it.
Do you promise you're going to move from my room?
Brothers of witness.
Yes.
Wearing the same jalabia with her.
I'm telling you. Do you promise you remove from my room? No. That's not working. Do you know I don't even have wardrobe space because your things are in my wardrobe? And you have one, was the other one in the main bedroom.
I'm not taking it. I just want to leave it there for a bit. Just small, please.
How much is a bit? I need you to give me an exact time frame.
Soon.
No.
But Jesus is coming soon.
Yes, and he hasn't come for 2,000 years, so give me a date.
Soon.
This is not sleeping in my room.
Will you throw me out of your house? Do you want to throw me out of your house?
Do you see how she flipped it? I'm throwing that out of my room.
You want to throw me out of your house? Wow.
I'm throwing it out of my room.
How many months?
I'm throwing it out of my room. You can't be occupying every single room in the house. I'm serious. I need my own place.
Don't I occupy all of your heart? Why can't I occupy all of your house?
You've taken all of my heart too. You cannot come and be tipping my own space.
Please, my love. I just need small space. Just
No, I
I
swear
promise it will not be more than this.
No. No. Lydia's house going to have to do like giveaway for her stuff. You can't need all of this. You really can't. Let's go. I'm gonna make the bed while you clean up the move. Wow.
It's been a few days that I've vlogged. I've not been feeling well. And my husband, the weather just changed, and I don't know if you've been experiencing it get dusty so much, like, and I'm not feeling well. He's not feeling well. I've not been able to walk, and I really need to walk for like the past 2 days. Well, I've walked. Let me not be harsh on myself. I was able to edit. No, I was able to film. Filming is easier for me. This Tom Ford Soleil Blanc. My voice sounds very heavy. This is the fragrance for today. I don't want to spray it on my skin because it might sting a little, and I'm too tired already of all the other pain I'm feeling. I'm not really feeling pain, don't mind me. I'm being dramatic. I've been having a very bad headache, and my nose is all blocked. Like, you can hear my voice. A lot of catarrh. I started medication today. I thought my body could fight it off, but apparently, because I've not been eating, I've been eating only once a day, so I feel like my body is quite low in a lot of the nutrients it actually needs. So in addition to the medicine I got this vitamin C capsules. So you just put it in water. Let me show you how the tablet is. I used to take it before. I don't know why I stopped, but the body really needs some key nutrients that, you know, it can't survive. I want to start taking like some key nutrients that we don't get from all, like, you know, we don't mostly eat balanced diet, or at least me. Right now, to make pepper soup, like I said, that's what I've been craving. I feel like it's going to clear my sinuses really quickly. It's going to help. I've started taking medication, and I like potatoes in my pepper soup, and I asked my husband to help me cut this. Even though he's not feeling well, he helped me do. He did that for me. And we also have the catfish here. I don't know if I have the energy to give you angles right now, but for catfish, let me open it and put it in the. So this is what the catfish looks like. It turn like this so they'll see your face. I got just for my husband and just for today, so it's not a big pot of pepper soup. I didn't want to eat anything that was not what I was craving. I went to where they were selling this catfish, like in the basins in Kaduna. The fishes were so nice. I would have liked to show you, but I didn't carry my camera when I was going out. So wash the catfishes with my head is paining me and my eyes are so red. Oh, I'm just trying to soldier through, because if I don't make anything for us, there's no one. We ordered pizza the day before, we bought food out yesterday. We cannot continue like that for a week. So they killed it and cut it for me there. So make sure they wash it with alum or ash, something there. Then you come home and wash it. Wash it with salt, a lot of salt, because it's very slimy and very like icky if you don't do that. So yeah, let me cook, okay?
The fall is coming, I can feel it. The breeze brings goosebumps to my skin. Tonight the whiskey feels stronger. Gasoline on hidden desires. So I'll go another log on the fire.
across the Detroit River. Windsor appears to be a mere suburb to the greater area of Detroit, Windsor. While at school, Ilana was naturally gifted when it came to maths and science, and she had aspirations to one day become a doctor. The same as me, actually. Mohammed Shamji and Ilana Frick. This story serves as proof that no matter who you are, monstrosity is not conditional to your occupation, status.
It's currently almost 6 a.m. and I'm currently editing. I'm burning my viola candle. This one is in the style Oris. It smells so good. This is my perfume for the night. This is what I sprayed before I started editing. Yes, I spray perfume at night. Like, why have all the, you see it was still even open. Why have all the perfumes and not use them all the time? I love this so much. It's so pretty and so girly. Something really bad happened yesterday. I just finished editing. I've not finished well, but like I just got to a good point and they just took light. So I'm going to start preparing for the gym. I'll lace my shoe while I tell you the bad news that I have to share. So yesterday I called Esther. I made pasta yesterday. So I called her, I said, come around, let me give you food. Then after I take my food, then you now go home. So she had to wait like around my area so that when I call her it won't be so far away. That was how I finished cooking by like 7:15. So I called her by that time and I was like, come take the food, it's ready so you can go home. So on the bag, because every time I give her food, I always tell her that she should send me a story review. Like I just like to hear what the people I cook for think of my cooking. And now, while she was on her way, oh, they just brought light too. That's interesting. The light has been getting better, sure. So while she was on the bike, I texted her, I'm like, don't forget your story review. I wish my phone was here, I would have shown you. And she was like, sure, she would. That was our last chat. This was like 7, only for me to see her sister's number call me. And I had sent stuff to her sister, so it was like I thought it was her sister that was trying to, say thank you for that. And then I hear Esther's voice, and I'm like, what's going on? Like, why are you calling me with your sister's phone? She said that while she was on the bike, when she got to her area, because her area is like, in Hausa, it's called Lungu. And bikemen don't actually like to go there because they're also scared of being robbed. And I didn't know this. Like, Nigeria has become so terrible. So she said when she stopped at a regular junction and she was like walking into her street that would take her home, some guys approached her and that the knife that they showed her is bigger than the biggest knife I have in my house here. And I just keep thinking how so close to danger she came yesterday. Like, it's very scary. All for what? That they said if she doesn't give her her bag, they're going to kill her. This country has gotten so terrible that like, we would not have even known anything. Like me that just texted somebody, would not even know nothing. So they took her phone, her, everything in her bag, her AirPods, the new phone I just got for Esther. She has not been this up to how many months. I'm just grateful for her life, honestly, because, phones and all those things can be replaced. But one very irreplaceable thing is her life. Like, imagine if they, kidnapped her or did bad things to her or even killed her. Ah, when she called me yesterday, you know Esther now, she's always goofy. So she was still trying to be goofy. I'm like, no, you just went through a very traumatic experience. Just relax, like calm down. It's okay to feel what's happening right now. I'm done lacing my shoes. I'm going to go prepare for the gym right now. I want to go see her after the gym. So I've called someone that will take me to hers after I'm done working out. I'll see you probably when I get back.
Who am I talking to? Is somebody out there? Should I worry about who is in my head? Yeah, I felt your heavy breath through darkness. The smoke is getting close to my bed. I cannot make a sound. Empty lungs, sleeping but awake, paralyzed. So cover me, 'cause I'ma let you out, I'ma let you in. You're my enemy. If you will let me go, I will let you in. Drinking from every turned down line, thinking you never feel my fright. Got your remedy, 'cause I'ma let you out, I'ma let you in. Oh. Fading in, fading out, my scars are all blurry. Been underwater for too long, but there's no need to be worried. I felt your heavy breath through darkness. The smoke is getting close to my bed. I cannot make a sound. Empty lungs, sleeping but awake, paralyzed. So cover me, 'cause I'ma let you out, I'ma let you in. You're my enemy. If you will let me go, I will let you in. Drinking from every turned down line, thinking you never feel my fright. Got your remedy, 'cause I'ma let you out, I'ma let you in. So cover me, 'cause I'ma let you out, I'ma let you in. You're my enemy. If you would let me go, I will let you in. So cover me, 'cause I'ma let you out, I'ma let you in. You're my enemy. If you will let me go, I will let you in. Drinking from every turned down line, thinking you never feel my fright. Got your remedy, 'cause I'ma let you out, I'ma let you in. Oh. to know, it's sad to know, it's sad to know that we'll become strangers again, strangers again, strangers again. A part of me is living a lie. I want you like the first time when we began. But as we dove in deep, the water turned cold. Yeah, we have different dreams, so we can never grow. Yeah, as we dove in deep, the water turned cold. 'Cause we have different dreams, so we can never grow. It's sad to know, it's sad to know, it's sad to know that we'll become strangers again, strangers again, strangers again. It's sad to know, it's sad to know, it's sad to know that we'll become strangers again, strangers again, strangers again. It's sad to know, it's sad to know, it's sad to know that we'll become strangers again, strangers again, strangers again. It's sad to know, it's sad to know, it's sad to know that we'll become strangers again, strangers again, strangers again.
I love all the flavors so much. I'm sweating so much because of my fever and the heat, but 10 out of 10 will recommend this recipe.
All those years in that bank, I was loving every moment they thought about and called and texted. I was just in heaven. It was becoming harder and harder to hold out and keep my faith. I was falling and falling hard. So I was on until the sun came up.
Hi my loves, this is the next morning. I feel a lot better today. It's not even 8 o'clock and I'm already up. I've had my bath. I've made my ginger tea. After taking this ginger, lemon, honey, apple cider vinegar. I don't think I told you. It's still hot, that's why I'm being very careful. I don't think I told you how much that food yesterday tasted so good. It was bursting with so much flavor. I'm happy that I even recorded it so that I can recreate it severally and severally until I master the recipe. Let me know if we should make this a thing, like I'll create a recipe and then you butterflies will name the recipe. So I know this is a tortilla wrap, but I don't know what to call it. Everywhere just became so dusty. We're really considering putting like air purifiers everywhere in the house. Like we woke up one morning and both our nose, like I could not breathe, and I was feeling so dry, like dehydrated. I thought I could fight it like naturally. Turns out I needed more vitamin C. Even it's crazy. I just thank God that we're better, because like for the past few days it's been so difficult. There's always catalogs in my throat, on my neck, on my nose. I couldn't breathe. If I'm breathing from my mouth, my throat will feel so painful. Just thank God that I'm getting better. That's just it. Sometimes I have to wear masks in the house. You don't even want to leave your house right now without wearing a mask. Look, this pandemic that happened was kind of a good thing, because I wouldn't have known that I was allergic to pollen otherwise. Like I'll just know that I found it difficult to breathe in like very dusty environments, or I can perceive the tiniest dust in the environment. I don't know if you're like that, but anyway, this morning I've had my bath. Like I said, I want to watch a TV show. I don't feel like editing this morning yet, but I'm happy that I was able to finish editing a vlog, because that took me like a whole week because of how weak I was feeling. But every day I just try to put in small. I'm going to be unboxing a gift. This gift is from Gwen Lara. I met her first in person when I went for Mary's wedding, Mabel's Beauty, and I stayed at her place. And you know how I've never felt so in sync with someone the way I felt with Gwen. Like she was so chill. I don't know how to explain what I'm trying to say. Our energies were just on the same frequency, so it was like very easy to communicate with her, and I just felt very stable in her house. I don't know how to explain it. I felt very stable energy wise. I was not imbalanced in any way. And yeah, even her friend too, Anita, Taste of Bariza, low-key, Anita even sparked this like flair for me to like, you know, cook all these extra dishes, because I always knew I didn't like regular Nigerian dishes, but I always would like, not like I didn't like it, but I didn't like how it was being prepared carelessly. Like if you had a very banging restaurant that you would go to, and then you have like all these amazing cuisines here in KD, at least, like maybe I would not have been inclined to learn how to cook all of them. I'm happy that I'm learning. Anyway, so Gwen sent me a book because I had posted on my stories. Another book company even messaged me. I should actually send them a message. It's so crazy holding a book. Do you know how long it's been? So why I told you that it's a backstory of Gwen. Deviation. I used to like to read, but somewhere down the line, I don't know, maybe hustling and all of that, like I just did not read again. So I posted I wanted to get back into books, and Gwen said she was going to send me a book. Inferno. Oh my goodness. It's a Dan Brown book, and it's called Inferno. Wow. Oh, thank you, Gwen. The author of the Da Vinci Code. Original. It still has the, like, see, this is how it is without this wrap. Oh my goodness. I don't know why I stopped reading. I'm going to read this, honestly. I'm going to read this, and maybe it will make me start reading again, because I know I was tapping very powerful realms in my mind when I was reading, but then I wasn't this emotionally mature and emotionally grown. So wow, imagine a Lydia that starts to read books again, how powerful she'll become. Thank you, Gwen. This Saturday, where's my remote? I love this LG TV so much. I don't know, I think I said it severally now. Like, life is really good. I love it so much.
You plead. That's what you do. Which was a folly with me. Now give me the damn pen.
Don't let it go. Chasing a dream.
Hello, today is a Sunday and I feel so much more better today. I've gotten my strength back a bit, so I'm doing like a bit of a Sunday reset routine. Yesterday was our 6-month wedding anniversary, so I'm thinking to make brownies. I already made that pasta that you saw yesterday already. If you want to see my pasta recipes, they haven't changed. What was different yesterday was just that me and my husband cooked it together, you know, in love. So I couldn't record that. I just wanted that moment for me and him. So right now there's like PR there and over here as well. My book that I used to write out, like plan my content and stuff. So I want to go through all this PR again and know what brands paid for, you know, videos and what brands just sent me PR so that I can plan what content goes up first, if that makes sense.
We're soaring up high, got no clue. How do I know what I mean to you? Yeah. Say it out loud, spill the truth. Tell me how I'm gonna get.
I'm done arranging the PR and anyway, right now the next thing I want to do is to sort out my perfumes. So I have them right there, like the ones I just bought in the past few weeks, and I want to go show you inside my locker, like it is a no-no where I keep my perfumes. So I want to bring everything out, and there's perfumes all the way in there, and you can see how dusty it is because of there's been a lot of dust and I don't even know how it's even getting into the locker. So I'm going to bring all of these out, clean them, count them, and come and try to arrange them according to their number.
I just wanna make you mine, 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 mine. I just wanna make you mine, 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 mine. I just wanna make you mine, 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 mine. I just wanna make you mine. I just wanna make you. I just wanna make you. I just wanna make you. I just wanna make you.
Just put all of them inside this box and I'll take them to the other room.
I just wanna make you. I just wanna make you. I just wanna make you.
I have to mention this perfume. This is truly the Hermes, and I got the bottle, and she actually sells unboxed perfumes and testers and stuff. So that one turned out to be fake because, you know, unfortunately they can't really control what kind of perfumes they get, and she actually sent me a brand new box as replacement. So I'll highly recommend them. Like, they are so thoughtful. This one is the other one that I like, but I don't like this one as much. Like, it is so beautiful and it smells even more incredible. Like, I'm so happy that I finally have this perfume in my collection. Oh, thank you, Orchid Perfumery. And yeah, these are some of my perfumes in my collection. I already showed you a B-roll. Let me know if you have, you know, similar fragrance taste as me. But these are some of the perfumes I quite like. This one is not such a... It's not good for like sunny weathers. Like, the perfume felt like it was choking me when I wore it out under the sun severally. But I really like it for colder periods.
This one smells, this is the only perfume I have that smells this way, and it smells so good, like berries. This one I really like, but then it doesn't last so long. This one and this one are very similar in smell. Yeah. Okay, let me go back to work. Baka, baka, baka. I'm listening to Highway. Anyway, I'm editing. Currently like 4 p.m. What my agenda is to make brownies, then we'll close up this vlog. So give me a thumbs up if you've watched up until now. Thank you for watching up until now, and you might be able to hear my husband snoring, but that's okay. That's okay. I want to show you this recipe because a lot of people have been asking for it. But the thing with this recipe is I do not have, you know, the regular measuring cups and like spoons and stuff. So I'm going to attempt, because that's why I'm not really giving you a recipe. I cannot tell you 504 grams of this or 200 and this grams of this, because I don't know for sure. I don't have measuring stuff. But I'm going to try to use things that you can have, maybe like a cup. You know, maybe I'll use this cup to measure the flour. And honestly, with this recipe, you just have to kind of eyeball it. I'm sorry, you just have to kind of eyeball it, and it's very easy. I'm using the microwave, and something you can make when you're craving something sweet, and it literally takes all of 5 minutes to cook in the microwave. I'll be using this as my bowl, and this bowl actually has a cover. This is microwave safe, like I can use this in the microwave without it catching on fire. This isn't. I've tried it before, so I just bake it with this open. If you're not comfortable with, you know, baking, you know, putting stuff in the microwave without covering it, I have the microwave cover for it, like that transparent bowl. But I noticed that when I use it to bake this, the top is soggy, and that's because the moisture comes out but it can't evaporate. Do you understand? If you want to get that baked, like dried feeling, you use the microwave, you use it without covering it. I've spoken too much. Let's go ahead and cook. So I don't want anybody telling me, oh yeah, I have to cover it, it's not safe, comes up.
I don't want nobody stabbing me with love. Don't wanna waste no time getting my feelings hurt. I believe in those things we don't know much of. There's just so much to see that ain't about love. I'm ready to face my fears. I'm ready to taste the weird. I just wanna walk the hills above. My ordinary life, I could let it burn. 'Cause I just wanna go, go, go to the deep end. I just wanna go, go, go to the deepest end. No planning, no stress, and no work, no trying to fix what we have. Just go, go, go to the deepest end. I never got to let loose, hanging out with you. You tossed and you turned our love into a stiff statue. My brain was having enough, like my thoughts just stopped. Now all I think of is leaving this bad old spot. I'm ready to face my fears. I'm ready to taste the weird. I just wanna walk the hills above. My ordinary life, I could let it burn. 'Cause I just wanna go, go, go to the deep end. I just wanna go, go, go to the deepest end. No planning, no stress, and no work, no trying to fix what we are. Just go, go, go to the deepest end. I can't forget what you've done. The way you act won't take me back. Just go, go, go. go, go, go. Yeah, I can't forget what you've done. The way you act won't take me back. Just go, go, go. Go, go. 'Cause I just wanna go, go, go to the deep end. I just wanna go, go, go to the deepest end. No planning, no stress and no work, no trying to fix what we have. Just go, go, go to the deepest end.
다시 널 만나게 된다면 그냥 지나쳐줘. 반복되는 다툼 속 줄어가는 대화. 이별만이 정답일 테니 그동안 나 참 외로워서 말은 안 해도 다 느껴졌어. 혼자서만 노력하는 나 초라해지는 것 같아. Maybe 이런 내 사랑 내겐 당연해졌는지 아님 내가 부족했는지. So maybe I should go. 그 끝을 알았다면 시작도 안 했을 텐데. 'Cause I don't wanna waste my time. 그런 표정 짓진 마. 차라리 넌 후련한 것 같아. 빈 침묵보다 더 아픈 건 그저 미안하다는 말. Maybe 이런 내 사랑 내게 당연해졌는지 아님 내가 부족했는지. So maybe I should go. 그 끝을 알았다면 시작도